Okay, we've got a camera now. 7 over x. Well, that focus is not good. 7 over x plus over 5 over x plus 4 over x squared. Make everything a fraction. It already is. Find out what you need to multiply by. Put the baby step in there and do it. So you're going to multiply by what?
X squared.
X squared over 1. So multiply by x squared over 1. It's kind of nice when y'all send me a text to tell me who you are. Alrighty, so I'm going to take my red marker. Well, let's redraw it because 7 over x over 5 over x plus 4 over x squared. And I'm going to multiply by, I'm just going to throw you out of class. Security! X squared over 1, x squared over 1. Now, how did I come up with x squared? Well, when you're finding a common denominator, I always tell you to find the biggest what? Exponent. And the biggest exponent is x squared. So I'm going to multiply. So I'm going to put a baby step in here. X squared over 1. X squared over 1. X squared over 1. And then I'll take my black marker and I write my problem. 7 over x over 5 over x plus 4 over x. And then start doing your canceling. Because that's what you're doing. That's why you're doing it, to get rid of some of this stuff. X squared will cancel with that x. That'll leave x to the what? First power. So 7x is up top. Same thing here. 5x. And same thing here.
Should be an X.
4x. What?
Should be an X squared.
I'm sorry.
You'll tell me
Okay,
what's
x
left.
squared. Thank you. That whole thing goes out. Plus 4. Thank you. And that should be your answer. This was an x squared, y'all. I didn't write an x squared right there when I wrote it. See, x squared.
What number was that? Number 2?
It's number 2 online because I'm doing y'all's homework for you. I guess I'm going to do number 3 next. Right? Let's see, number 3.
Bigger.
19, number 3. Oh yeah, I quit on this one. Can you can you multiply by the reciprocal here? Yes, you can. I would do that first. because this is a fraction divided by a fraction. Now that would be the shortcut way of doing it. 4a minus 7 over 3a over a minus 2 over 6a. You got a fraction divided by a fraction. So if you want to tackle this, you could multiply by 6a over 1 over 6a over 1, but that would be the long way of doing it. You've got a fraction divided by a fraction. You need to multiply by the reciprocal. So 4a minus 7 over 3a multiplied by 6a over a minus 2. And we take our red marker. 3 will go into 3 one time. And 3 will go into 6 two times. What happened to the a's? And you're left with 2 times 4a minus 7. Over a minus 2.
And that's it.
That's it. You
can't
could
go-
distribute the 2, but
Could
there's
you
no
do that?
reason to.
8a negative 14, and then cross out the a minus 2 on the bottom and stuff, or is this the married stuff again?
Mary, let's see if they distributed the 2. I want to see if they distributed the 2. Yep. I'll take either answer. All right, I guess we're going to do number 4 next.
Yep.
6.5, 21/4. All right, I'm going to give y'all a second to work on that one. I'll blow it up where everybody can see it. P over 10 minus 5 over P over 1 over 5 plus 1 over P. I'll have to get you some cough drops. is a whole lot better than last semester.
You couldn't even start a past test because that's not. I mean, I didn't have to. This is pretty great. I mean, 10 years ago, I've seen it. And we back in the class.
So you go from one extreme to the other. You get one teacher that doesn't do any of this stuff, or you get one that does what you're talking about. And that's unacceptable because you can't penalize the student for not being able to do the homework.
I thought I got it. They thought, after the third test, I failed.
All right, we said that the common denominator is what? 10p over 1. Over 10p over 1.
Do you not do it by the reciprocal?
Well, that's a mess. The reciprocal of 1/5 plus 1p, you've got to add it before you can take the reciprocal. And the reason that is, see on, sorry, hold on. One-third divided by 2/5. All right? This is a number, a term, one term. You can flip it and multiply, just like we did a while ago. X minus 2 over 4 over 3 minus x over 2. All right? One term. You can multiply by the reciprocal. This isn't the same animal. This is more complicated. This is 2 terms divided by 2 terms. When you got 2 terms divided by 2 terms, you're going to have to get a common denominator. Okay? So, let's put a baby step in there. 10p over 1, 10p over 1, 10p over 1, 10p over 1. You don't tell I'm a Georgia fan.
So where are you getting the 10p? Because I know it's p over 10. Or are you just?
Common denominator over 1. You always put the common denominator over 1 over the common denominator over 1. P over 10, 5 over P, 1 over 5, 1 over P. And let's take our blue marker. And what happens here? And what do you get?
P squared.
Minus what? Now, the only thing you could do here is you could factor out a 2 right here, but it's not going to help you any. But I'll take this answer, or p squared minus 50 over 2 times p plus 5.
Oh my gosh.
50 is not a perfect square. So don't put p plus 25, p minus 25. That don't work.
Your screen's doing something.
What?
Your recording screen is doing something.
Battery is running low. I got that blame thing plugged in.
It's not turned on down there on the floor, I don't think.
Oh.
I did p over 10 minus 5p, and then I did the bottom half, and then I thought it was like the line, and then it was that whole entire another equation. That's why I was like, there's like 4 lines of fractions, and that's why.
You made it more difficult. Did it go off? I guess it's charging now. Once you do about 4 or 5 of these problems, you start to see the pattern. You start to see what you do. They're not that difficult. You
I
just,
still don't understand the 10p. Like, I know it's 10 minus p.
you know, what is the common denominator of all 4 of these? What will all 4 of those go into?
Why would it not be 5 feet,
Because 10 won't go into 5.
but 5 go into 10?
It's always got to be the biggest. It can't be, you can't go with the smallest. Now, with the exponents, if this was a 2, you'd go with p squared. But these are both what? 1s, so you know that the variable is p. This, you go with the bigger number if it's a multiple. Now, what if this was a 3 and this was a 7? It'd be 21p, because the prime, you multiply them together. Just like your rules back in grammar school with your fractions. And let's see if they factored it out.
On our test, we have to have the LCDs. Will you give us problems where we have to find the lowest common denominator, or the, what is it, LCM or something like that? It was
No,
on
no.
6.2?
No, we won't do that.
Good.
But you do have to find the common denominator.
Yeah, but lowest common multiple is where I had problems.
All right. I know Miss Wilson probably sent the next one. No, she skipped one. That means she's making progress. All right, this is 31/6. 31/6. All right, take off. I'll blow it up so you can see it. No sneezing in class. Hear how sick you are. 2a over 5a to the 4th minus 1 over 2a over 3 over 11a squared plus 2 over 33a.
Bless you.
That's my master. I'm the master of this universe. I can sneeze in class. working on the tractor yesterday, and my son, well, not yesterday, but Saturday, my son decided he was gonna lay under the tree, but he was just gonna lay on the hay loader. And there he is. Well, I can't move it over. How do I move it over? Hold on. See him? There he is. And he's playing his phone is what he's doing. But anyway, I'm talking about George Strait. Thought I'd show you this. I bought him a guitar, and he listens to George Strait all the time. So,
Yeah, he's cute.
of course, it's called genetics.
How old is he?
Huh?
How old is he?
He's 7.
7.
I was going to show you another picture of him. There he is driving his tractor. That's the smallest tractor we have, and I let him drive it because it's about 40 horsepower. And it goes about granny snail pace, so I let him drive it. He moves the hay, that's what he does. I don't have him this week, so I hate that part of it. So, anyway,
Why is your profile picture a butterfly?
I like butterflies. It's better than a motorcycle. That's an indicator
At
too.
least it's manly.
That's an indicator. Don't care. A man that's confident don't have to put stuff like that. Don't have to put motorcycles on a thing old confidence. Thing old feel good about yourself. Thing old no smokestacks on my truck.
What kind of farm do y'all have?
Beef cattle. Beef cattle and hay. That's it. I don't know what I'm doing. Going back and forth. Where's my question? There it is. Okay. Let me turn this back on. All right. No coughing in class. All right. So we've got 2 over 5a to the 4th minus 1 over 10a over 3 over 11a squared plus 3, 2 over 33a. Well, before we even start, what is our A?
A to the 4th.
A to the 4th, exactly. So you know that right off. Now you've got to get a common denominator of all 4 of those. So let's go over to our handy dandy little chart. And let's put a 5, a 10, 11, and a 33. And 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13. Okay, we want all 1s on the bottom. That's what we want. So 5 will go into 2 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and divide by 5. And that'll be a 1. We got one of our 1s. A 2. That comes down. And that comes down because it don't divide. 2. That comes down. There's another 1. This comes down, and this comes down. 11, that comes down, that comes down. There's another 1, and 3, and then 3, 1, 1, 1, 1. There is our common denominator. Well, what's 11 times 3? And what's 33 times 10? 330, yes. So 330 is our common denominator. So I'm going to take my handy dandy red
How
marker.
did you do all that? That's something I've never ever seen in my entire life. I have no idea what you
That's finding a least common multiple.
I've never been taught that.
Okay, well, we'll go over it in just a minute. Just hold on, we'll go over it in just a minute. So,
Homework.
330, a to the fourth, over 1, over 330, a to the fourth, over 1. So go ahead and multiply that through. And the good thing about it is you don't have to think too much because all your answers are right over here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to put a baby step in there. 330, oops. 330, a to the fourth, over 1. I think I'm going to make this a little bit easy. Forget it. Like it would let me do something. It won't let me do anything when I need to. Forget it. I was going to try to copy and paste it, but it ain't going to let me do it. Two over 5a to the fourth minus 1 over 10a 3 over 11a squared 2 over 33a. Now the good thing about using this is you don't need a calculator to do any of it. Let me show you. A to the fourth. What happens to the a to the fourth? They cancel. So a to the fourth cancels there and there. 2 times 330, well that's easy. That's what? 660. I'm going to come over here. The a to the fourth, that a cancels that a to the fourth to a to the third. And then 10 will go into 330. We'll just take the 10 out. How many times? 33 times. 33, and that goes out, and you know that's 33. But sometimes it's not that simple. So minus 33a cubed over that a squared will make this a squared. And 11, take the 11 out, will go in. 10 times 3 is what? 30. So that's going to be 30a squared. And a will cancel that a to the what? Third. And 33 will go in there. How many times? So 10a cubed. Okay, now you should be able to factor some things out. I have no idea. I know that 3 is a multiple of 6, so I think you might be able to factor something out there. And I know you can factor out a 10a squared here. So let's just continue this on the next page. But it won't let me copy that. It'll let me copy part of it. I don't understand this program sometimes. Oh well. All right, somebody give it to me. 660
Minus 33a cubed.
660 minus 33a cubed over
30a squared.
30a squared
Plus 10a cubed.
10a cubed. Well, we know the 10a squared is going to come out of the bottom. And that'll leave 3 plus what? A to the first? Right? And then up here, I think we could probably take out a 33, can't we? I don't know. 33, go in there what?
20 times.
What is that right? 30, 20? I mean, I don't know.
I should have
33, and that'll be 20 minus what? A cubed? Well, that doesn't do us any good because you can't cancel out anything, but I'll take this answer, or this answer, or, let me just rewrite it a little bit better. 33, 20 minus A cubed over 10A squared times A plus 3. I take any one of these answers. Let's see what they put. Let's see what they got. They factored out, that's their final answer.
How did they get 2A plus 9?
Well, we must have something wrong. Let's go look. Did I not multiply 10 times 2? There it is. And 30 times 3. I just forgot to do it. Sorry. That should be 90 plus 20. I just forgot to do it.
What about the 5 with the
I
A?
probably forgot to do it down there too. I suck. Hold on. Alright, let me just start over. Alright, let's see. 330, that'd be 660 divided by 5, right? That's where I messed up.
I was gonna ask.
Alright, somebody do 660 divided by 5. What does that come out to be?
132.
How much?
132.
Alright, y'all check. 132. And then 33 times 1, that comes out. That's okay. And then this would be 30 times 3, which is 90. Yeah, oh me. 90. And then 10 times 2 is 20. Okay, so 3 will go in there, what, 44 times? So that means 3 will go in there. There's a bigger number in there. Might be 33, I don't know. Somebody divide it.
I did 132 divided by 3 and then 44 times.
Okay,
What did
44.
we do?
Okay, so it'll go in there. And then this, a 10 will come out, 10A squared, and that'll leave 9 plus what? 9 plus 2A?
Yeah, no, do 33 because 132
Yeah.
divided by 33 is 4.
Let me clear this out right quick. Alright, did you say 33 will go into 132 44 times?
No, 4.
4. Alright, so that'd be 33. And that will be 4 minus A cubed.
No, wait. I divided 132 by 33 and I got 4. So why is it 33 on the outside? It should be 4.
I factored out 33. I'm factoring out what's in common. A 33 here and a 33 here.
Oh, gotcha.
That's okay. thought I was doing something wrong. And here, factor out of 10, A, what was that?
That was
that
me.
a sneeze?
Holding in a sneeze.
Okay. And that'll leave you with 9 plus 2A. Somebody check, is that what they got? I'm concentrating on writing with a mouse. It's not easy to do. Sorry about that. Had a brain bubble there. Just didn't multiply my numbers. I don't know what was wrong with me. There we go. 2A plus 9, 4 minus 8. There we go. That's a whole lot better. All right, let's do a nerd. I think we can skip around a little bit now, because I ain't doing y'all's homework for you. All right, that was number 6. Number 6 again. Number 7. Number 8. Number 11. We'll try number 11. How about that? Number 11. At least let y'all do a couple of problems. Oh yeah, let's quit. Might as well quit on this one, because it's too much work.
Oh, no.
I just turned it off, I'm sorry. It's gotta sit for a minute. A over A squared plus 3A minus 10. That's your first fraction. Minus, that's A squared plus 3A minus 10. Minus 2 over A squared plus 3A minus 10. The same denominators up top. Divided by A over A squared plus 9A plus 20 plus 8 over A squared plus 9A plus 20. So you got two denominators on the top that are the same and two denominators on the bottom that are the same. So you don't have to find the common denominator. Go ahead and add them and subtract them and then multiply by the reciprocal. Or quit. Much easier to quit, isn't it? So the top, you're going to get A minus 2 over A squared plus 3A minus 10 over A plus 8 over A squared plus 9A plus 20. Now, we've got a single term over a single term, so we can multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm going to multiply by A squared plus 9A plus 20 over A plus 8. Now, what do we know about trinomials? Oh, okay. Yeah, you see it. So we got to do what with those trinomials? Reverse FOIL. So A, dang old 4 and 5, dang old plus and plus. And down here, I'm gonna erase this since we multiplied by the reciprocal. I'm gonna erase it. I'm having a bad hair day. Oops. And that's gonna give me A, 2 and 5, be a positive 5 and a negative 2. All right, so what happens? Let's take our red marker out because we got to cancel something. What cancels? A plus 5. What else?
That's it.
Mm-mm.
A minus 2.
A minus 2 cancels. So you're left with A plus 4 over
A plus 8.
A plus 4 over A plus 8.
And that's it.
Mhm. A plus 4 over A plus 8. And what are they trying to get you to bite on? What are they trying to get you to do?
Something that 8 and 4.
Uh-huh, they're trying to get you to bite. They're trying to get you to cancel the 4 and 8, but you can't because you're married. That's a good test question. We feel good? Leave that up there for a second, because y'all are still writing. Go ahead and get the next problem up there. Is that number 11? Well, that's it. We're in 6.5, I'm not in 6.6 now. And that's good, because I want to cover 6.6. Now 6.6 is not a big deal. Y'all seen my video, it's just equations. This is 6.6, 11/2. 6.6, 11/2. The difference here is it has a what? Oops, sorry. What does this one have that haven't been having?
An equal sign.
Yeah. Now the difference is that instead of multiplying by each term, you're going to multiply all the way through, and what it's going to do is get rid of the problem being a fraction. Go ahead and write the problem down, and we're going to compare it to a Algebra 1 problem that you've done in the past. Same concept. Multiply through by the common denominator. Now, some of y'all a while ago wanted to learn how to use that do-jigger. I'll go to another page. And let's say you want to find the common denominator of 1/2 plus 3/7 plus 2/15. Okay? Now let's make this 1/3. So the first thing you do is you draw your numbers, 3, 7, and 15. Put them in order, left to right. Draw a little chart. You always use 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13. Those are your first 6 prime numbers. And then you want ones all the way across the bottom. That's what you want. And when you get the ones all the way across the bottom, you have your common multiple. So it doesn't matter what you pick. You want to pick 3, you want to pick 7, you want to pick whatever you want to. It doesn't matter. It's all going to come out the same. So I'm going to pick 3 because that's the first number. 3 divided by 3 is what?
1.
Well, 7 divided by 3? No, so you just bring it down. That's what the arrow means. 15 divided by 3 is? Okay. Now I'm going to divide by 7. That comes down. There's our other 1. And that comes down. And then 5. This comes down. That comes down. There. We've got our 1s. There's your common denominator.
But why'd you get that third one at the bottom of there, that 5?
5 divided by 5.
Okay, I got it, okay.
You want, this is what you want. When you get this, you've got the common denominator. So the common denominator is 3 times 7 is 21 times 5 is what, 105? Now, how many of you would have came up with 105 just off the top of your head?
I've never been shown that.
Now, this is what people do. They'll go 3 times 7 is 21, 21 times 15, and they get some BA number, and then they have to review and take all that time to try to figure out how to do it. So 105 is your common denominator. Now, the good thing about it is, when you do this, look what it does. 3 will go into 105. How many times? 35 times. 35 times 1 is 35. 7 will go into 105. How many times? 15 times 3 is 45. 15 will go into 105. 7 times 2.
So when you get the 3, the 7, the 5, you multiply all those together, and that's how you're getting the 105.
Mhm.
Okay.
I can't believe you've never seen that before.
35 years old, I've never seen that.
You didn't get your money's worth. I'll do another one for
I
you.
went to public school.
I did too. I did too. Let's do another one for you. 2/3 plus 5, I don't know, 15ths, no, make that 7/15. 7/15 plus 3, 50ths.
So what you do whenever you're, doing the bottom, you just cover the numbers up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So on the 15 one, when you're seeing how many times it goes in there, you said it goes,
Hold on, let me go back.
you cover up.
Where? 15?
Yeah.
15 will go into 105, just cover up the 15, and what's left?
So,
7.
So you
And then
just
7
cover-
times 2 is 14. So what number did you start with?
30.
1, 5, 50, 5, 1, 1, 10, 2, 1, 1, 5, 5, 1, 1, 1.
Why'd you put that 2 right there?
2's got to go into 10.
So you're working the next line based on the previous line.
So there's your 10. 10 times 15 is what? 150 is your common denominator. Takes some practice, especially if you've never seen it before. We'll do another one. we'll do one more.
Before you start, okay. So the 3 is in the 3 one time, and then 15, you do the 15 divided by 3, and then you do 50 divided by 3.
And 50 won't divide by 3, so you just bring the 50 down. I'll let y'all finish it. Three will go into 150. Well, you just take it out. How many times? 50 times. 50 times 2 is 15 will go into 150. How many times?
10.
10 times. 10 times 7 is 70. 50 will go into how many times? 3 times 3. 179 over 150.
So you figure out what times it, and then you cover it up, and then you multiply the top by that one.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do one more for you. One half plus 3 over 7 plus 5 over 144.
Why'd you do 3 twice? And then,
3 will go into 72. How many times? 24. 3 will go into 24. How many times? 8 times.
oh, so you just keep doing it over?
Till you get 1. You gotta get 1s.
I didn't know you could do the same number over.
Oh, yeah. And this is 2 to the 3rd because I ran out of room. I didn't want to put 3 2s down there, so. And you can do that if you want to. So you got 2 to the 4th times 3 squared times 7, which is 16 times 9 times 7, which is going to be some BA number.
1,008.
Okay, if that's what that comes out to be.
Yeah, I did.
Now again, the good thing about this is you don't need a calculator to do it. Because you got your numbers right over here. How many times will 2 go into 1,008? Well, that's simple. Take the 2 out. It's that number right there. Or you can just say 2, how many times will 2 go into 501? 4. 504 times 1 is 504. Now that one's easy to do. You don't need a calculator for that. 7 will go in there. Just cover the 7 up. Cover it up right there. 16 times 9. 16 times 9 is 144, isn't it? I don't know, y'all tell me. 144 times 3, 2, 3, what, 5? 432. And 144 will go in, well, what is 100? Sorry. 144, take the 144 out. Well, what's 144? 144 is 12 times 12. Well, where's 12 times 12? Well, see, here's your 2 times 2 right there. And that leaves 2 times 2. How many times? How many times does 144 go in there? 7. 3 times 4. 3 times 4. It works out. If you had the other 2's written down, you see what I'm talking about. And that leaves what? 7. 7 times 5 is? The whole point is you see that you don't have to depend on a calculator to do this problem. And that leaves you with 967.71 over 1,008.
How did you know to go in order from 2, 7, 3, 3?
Doesn't matter.
How did you know to do that?
I always start with 2. I always start with these 2.
Okay, you start with 2 and 3, but you didn't go to 3, you went to 7. And then after 7, you went back to 3. And then you used 3
You can
again.
use any number you want to. Up here.
But how did you know to use the 2, the 7, the 3, and 3? You just
Well, I
picked
could have
them
used the
random.
3 here. I could have used the 3 here. 3 will go in there too. I just picked 7 because this was a 7 right here. That's why. See the 7?
Why did you use 3 2 times?
Why did I use 3 2 times?
You don't see it 2, 7, 3, 3, and then 23?
Well, the reason I use this 3 is I saw that 2 there. 12.
Okay.
That's, yeah, you could have used, well, I don't, well, let me ask you this. What's your multiplication tables with 72?
Not, yeah, 9 and 8.
8 times 9, right? All right. Which one of these can go into 8 or 9?
3.
The 3 or the 2? And you could have done the 2's first. 2 will go into 72. How many times? 36 times. So you could have done 2 or you could have done 3. It doesn't matter. You'll come out with the same answer no matter what. If you use these numbers. Some people say, well, 6 will go, 6 ain't up here. And that's how you use it. Practice some. Make some up and practice them. That's how you get good at it.
But you have to use the same numbers.
You have to use these. Does that help you? You got to practice it. Yes, you do. All right, let's get back to the original equation. So, take a little hiatus there. 1 over x equals 7 over x minus 1 over 11. Now, well, I told you we were going to take a shortcut, or we were going to take a trip back to Algebra 1. 1/2 x plus 3 is equal to 7. There's a basic Algebra 1 problem. And if you were taught Algebra 1 the way I teach it, you don't ever have to worry about fractions, because when you come up to a fraction, the first thing you do is get rid of it. So, take my red marker. What is the common denominator of 2, 1, and 1?
2.
So I'm going to multiply through by 2 over 1. Put a baby step in there. Why did I put a baby step in there all the time? Because I know people they get anxious when there's a decimal. I mean a fraction. Those of you that get anxious, just do that. And it makes life a whole lot easier. And then write the problem down. Write the correct problem down. And what happens to the 2's?
Cancel.
They cancel, and it leaves you with a nice what? 2 times 3
6.
equals,
14.
and x is equal to same thing you're gonna do over here. What is the common denominator of x, x, and 11? So multiply through by 11x over 1. 11x over 1, 11x over 1, 11x over 1. Rewrite your problem. 1 over x, 7 over x, 1 over 11. What happens here?
Cancels.
What are you left with?
11.
I'm not left-handed. X cancels. What's 11 times 7? What happens here? You're left with, and x is equal to what? The negative 66, and then divide by a negative 1, x is equal to. So the main purpose for this whole section is to make you clear the fraction. That's what it does. That's what the 6.6 is all about.
It's weird that all three of the girls on this row are sick.
I know.
Nobody else is.
Y'all been
Talk on each other.
I know, y'all been drinking the same water.
Don't keep it on that road.
I don't know where I got mine.
Y'all been hanging out at the same place. Alright, next one. I done lost my email. Done logged me out. It's a conspiracy. We all know whose fault it is. Whose fault is it?
Ms. Wilson?
Bush's.
Oh.
It's always Bush's fault. Whenever something don't go your way, blame Bush. 20 years later, still blame him. All right, I think we were on somewhere around 6. That's way down here. All right, 6.6. What number was that?
2
Huh?
was number 2.
Well, darn, she sent number 1 too. She must have just sent that one. That's about the only one we got in 6. Go ahead and do that one. 3 over 5 minus 1 over 3 is equal to x over 9.
This is number 1.
Number 1. So everybody should at least get the first 2 on 6.6. I'll still have people turn in zeros for 6.6.
This is when you do that handy dandy, table.
You can. Three, 5, 9, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, sometimes 13. I'm gonna start with 3. Give me a 1. 5? 45. So I'm gonna multiply it through by 45 over 45x. I mean 45. Sorry, 45 over 1. And what happens to the first one? 5 will go into 45 how many times?
No,
And what's 9 times 3?
47.
3 will go into 45 15 times. 15 times 1 is 45. Will go in, 9 will go into 45 5 times. 5 times x is,
5x.
and 27 minus 15, what is that? 12. And x is equal to what? 12 this, Hubert. Should be your answer. Piece of cake once you get the fractions clear. And that's the whole point. That's what they're trying to teach you.
Go way back into my problem. I really think it's like 6.4 maybe.
Let me finish up with 6.7. Hold on. That's 6.6. I think that's the only homework problems we got out of 6.6. Let me check. Well,
So the test needs to be done by Wednesday.
no, I'm gonna give y'all a couple extra days since we're still finishing up. Where's my, well, I gotta go back and find it. All right, let's see. That was 6.6. All right, 6.7.
I'm leaving.
Okay, bye-bye. We didn't make you mad, did we?
No.
Okay. All right, 6.7, 15, number 1. All right, Lisa, an experienced shipping clerk, can fill a certain order in 5 hours. Philippe, who is stupid, Philippe, who is a new clerk, and you'll see a trend, the woman or the female in all these things, they'll do it a whole lot better than the male. I've started to see that. Lisa, an experienced shipping clerk, can fill a certain order in 5 hours. Philippe, a new clerk, might as well say it takes 2 days to do it. 12 hours to do the same job. Working together, how long will it take them to fill the order? Now, I got a question. If it takes her 5 hours by herself, and they work together, what's the answer going to be? More than or less than 5 hours?
More than.
Less than, because she's got an extra pair of hands. Unless he's just inept and can't do anything right, he is going to help her. So the answer is going to be less than 5 hours. Now, the way you set up these type of problems, as I went through the video, you figure out, okay, 5 hours and 12 hours. Lisa, oh me. I want to get it a little bit thicker. Oh well. Lisa, great. can do the job in how many hours? 5 hours? One extreme or the other? Felipe, whatever his name is,
Just call him
Philippe can do his job in 11 or 12. It's 12 hours, like a day and a half, wasn't it? 12 hours. So right off the bat, it takes Lisa 1/5 the time, and it takes Philippe 1/12 the time. Now, how did I come up with that? Well, what's 1/5 times 5? 1. So she gets the whole job done in 5 hours. 5 times 1/5 is 1. 12 times 1/12 is what? He gets the whole job done in how many hours? 12 hours. That's how you come up with that. So whenever you do a work problem, and they got 2 people that does it in so many hours, you're going to automatically do this right here. All right, go back to the problem. Lisa and an experience, blah, blah, blah. How long will it take them both to do the same job? Well, the job is equal to 1. So 1/5 T plus 1/12 T is equal to 1. They're both working on the same single job, so 1. So now all you got to do is clear the fraction and solve. Common denominator of 5 and 12. Let's do that. Excuse me. Ooh.
What?
5 and 12. I'm just checking. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13. 5 is 1 and 12. 2 is 1 and 6. 2 is 1 and 3. 3 is 1 and 1. So 2 times 5 is 10, so 60. And you got to be careful there because some people multiply the 2 together and get some BA number, and it's not the lowest common denominator. So you got to be careful when you multiply denominators.
Wouldn't it be 60T?
Hmm?
Wouldn't it be 60T?
Well, the T is on top. Actually, this is T over 5 plus T over 12 is equal to 1. That's the actual, this and this is the same thing. And now that you know how to clear the fraction, it should be a piece of cake to you. So what are you going to multiply by?
60.
60 over 1. So put your baby step in there if you need it. 60 over 1. 60 over 1. 60 over 1. T over 5. I cannot write left-handed. T over 12 equals 1 over 1. And what happens to the 5 and the 60? 5 will go into 5 one time, 5 will go into 60 12 times, you get 12T. 12 will go into 12 one time, go into 65 times plus 5t is equal to 12t plus 5t is 17t is equal to 60. T is equal to 60 over 17. Well, that doesn't do us any good because we've got a measurement of time. So we got to change it into a mixed number because that means nothing to us when we've got a unit of measurement. So we need to break it down to what? 4 will be 68. So it'll be 3 will be 51. Y'all check me. So 3 and 9/17. Y'all check my math. I may be
You're
off.
right, you're right.
It's 3 hours and 19 minutes.
Yeah, but how do you change that to minutes? Well, make it into equivalent fraction. 60. How many times divide 17 into 60? What's 60 divided by 17? Do it in your calculator.
3.52.
Multiply that by 9.
31.76.
32 minutes. 3 hours and 32 minutes.
I thought time was 3 hours, 9/17
Hmm?
of a minute. 3 hours and 32 minutes.
No, this is all in hours.
Okay.
So this is 9/17 of an hour, which is just about a half an hour because 9/18 would be half.
Okay, got it.
So 32 minutes.
I think you should just take that whole chapter out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
it's
take it
not
out.
necessary.
And that way, when y'all get to it next semester, y'all can all fall flat on your face. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess what? They're not going anywhere. They're going to still be here. 6.721/4. Yeah, I quit on this one. This one's too hard. What time's class over?
12:20.
Huh?
12:20.
Okay. John can cut and split a cord of firewood. What's a cord? About a pickup truck load. In 9 fewer hours than Tim can. See, they won't put a woman up there when it's the other way around. You notice that? If John can cut something real quick, it's got to be another guy that can do it slower. Won't put another woman up there when it's slower. John can split a cord of firewood in 9 fewer hours than Tim can. When they work together, it takes them 6 hours. How long will it take each of them to do the job? Take a second and set that one up. A minute. Sorry. I think I did one of these on the video. you set up a problem like this, oh, I got it frozen. When you set up a problem like this, you know that you got to have one guy here plus another guy here, and they're going to equal the same job. Now, it takes 6 hours to do the job. So 6 is going to be in the numerator. Now, John can cut and split a cord of firewood 9 fewer hours than Tim can. Well, let's set that up. Tim, he does it in so many hours. Let's just say number of hours. I'm just going to, okay, Tim is equal to number of hours. So we don't know how much he can do, but we know that from our rules back in grammar school, it says John can cut a load of firewood 9 fewer hours than, what's his name? Tim. Okay, now back in grammar school, you should have been taught, or basic math, that when you see less than, more than, fewer than, when you see that word than, crisscross and put the symbol. So I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go here, crisscross, and what's the T goes right here. And the 9 goes right here, and what did I put right here? Should be T minus 9.
Never taught that.
You didn't get your money's worth. Now, I'm not going to put T, I'm just going to put X, because that's what X is. This is X, and this is X minus 9. So J, let's put J right here, is equal to X minus 9. Oops. And what's Tim? Tim is just X. And now you're ready to start. You got to get a common denominator. Get a common denominator. And I'm going to erase this stuff on the bottom right here. All right, somebody tell me right quick, what's the common denominator of X and X minus 9? X times. X times X minus 9 over 1. So X times X minus 9 over 1. X times X minus 9 over 1. X times X minus 9 over 1. And then write your problem in. 6 over X minus 9 plus 6 over X equals 1. And what happens to the X minus 9s? You're left with 6X.
Where'd the extra X come from? Oh, but wouldn't you just do the X minus 9 because it's bigger?
This is not the same as that. No. You have the same base, and different exponents. This is base of x. This is x minus 9. This is not the same as this. All right, where were we? 6x, and then the x cancels. Leaves 6 times x minus 9.
You would just say 6x negative 54?
In just a minute, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Equals, quit stealing my thunder. All right, times equals x times x minus 9. So we're going to take that over to the next page. So 6x, okay, 6x plus, what would that be, 6x? I don't know what it was, what was it? 6x minus 54 is equal to what? Let me go back and look at it.
X squared.
Equals to x squared minus 9x, right? X squared minus 9x. Now what happens to the, 6x plus 6x, that comes up to be 12x. Minus 54 is equal to x squared minus 9x. Well, I'm not going to mess with that x squared because it's what? It's positive. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Leave that x squared alone. Take everything else over on that side. So that's going to be 0 is equal to x squared minus 9x minus 12x is negative what? 21x, Hubert. That's right, class. And plus what?
Why is that a negative 12x?
Well, this is a negative 9x. And when you bring this over, it's what? Minus 12x.
I thought the 12x was positive, so it'd be negative 9x.
That's the 12x. Then what do you do when you bring it over?
I don't know.
0 is equal to, reverse FOIL, x, and 6 times 9, it's not going to give you 21. I must have done something wrong. 2 times 27. Is there another multiple of 54? 6 times 9? We must have something wrong. We got to back up. Let's look and see if we got it set up right. X minus 9, x be 6. Multiply through by x times x minus 9.
It's 18.
Where?
54 divided by 18 is 3. That would be 21.
Where?
The,
Next page?
Yeah.
yeah, the 54.
54 divided by 18 is 3. And that would give you 21.
18 times 3. See? There's a prime example of not listing all your... I did that on purpose.
What?
To make sure that y'all do that. See? You got to list all of them. 3 and what? 18. I forgot all about that. And that will give you a negative and a negative. And we get 0 is equal to x minus 3, which is x is equal to 3. And x minus 18, that would be x is equal to 18. Now, you say to yourself, well, let's see, Tim can do the job in 3 hours. John can do it in negative 6 hours. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that thinking?
You can't have a negative scale of
You
time.
can't have negative time. So what do you say about the 3? Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible for him to do it in 3 hours, but is it possible for the other guy to do it in negative 6 hours?
No.
No, so 3 is not a possible answer. So let's say it takes Tim 18 hours to do it. Then what does it take John? Does that make more sense than negative 6 hours? So your answer is 18. 18 is, so this would be 18 hours here and 9 hours there.
5 minutes.
I don't have to, I know it's right.
Just like you did.
Anybody want to bet me?
3.
It's time to take roll.
Thank you, sir. Look there, 9 and 18.
You still didn't do my problem.
What problem?
Remember I talked to you on the elevator, I said.
Okay, which one is it? Let's
I
go
don't
to
know.
it. 5.4 or 6.4?
I'm the only one that cussed when I sent it to you, so.
What? 6.4. You remember what number it was? I'm looking for your name.
There's a big WTF on it, so.
I'm looking. Let me get rid of this.
I had one in 6.2.
You're Miss Jones? No, you're not Miss Jones. Miss Jones is in front of you. I'm looking for your name. It's not on here.
I sent it.
6 point. There's all of 6.4.
I sent it last, or no, not last night, Friday night.
I don't have it. I don't know. Let me look in my other classes. It might have sent to the other class.
How many word problems are on our test?
147. I don't know.
You don't know?
25?
Probably 3 or 4.
No.
See, here's some that y'all have sent. And I don't know why it keeps going into this. I don't know why it keeps going in here. They're not in here either. I don't see your name in here either.
Is there any way you can pull up problems?
Yeah, I pull up yours, yeah. Let me pull up yours. I know, I gotta get in the roll, I know. Hold on. No, that's not the right one. Where did my? Hold on. All right, let me find your homework and we'll find it. We got 8 minutes, y'all need to chill. Alright, homework. Alright, where are you? Miss Holly? Which, 6.4? You hadn't done 6.4.
Was
Okay,
it in 6.3 then?
might have been 6.3.
No, because I quit in the middle of doing it, because after I saw that problem, I was like,
Oh, Lord, what am I gonna do? Let me just go to 6.4. Do you remember what problem it was?
Yeah, it was really, it was like, it was craziness.
What chapter we in? 6, 4. What did it say? What did it, you gotta give me something. What did it say that,
I think it was like, it was early on. What? Dude, all those were I could do. This one was like a mile long on top, a mile long on bottom.
A mile long.
It was huge.
I don't see one that's a mile long on top.
I know it had like an 8 to the 4 plus like,
I tell you what, let's do this. I'm gonna give y'all one more day for questions. So what I'll do is I will open up the homework, y'all's homework. Let me go back. I know I gotta take the roll, just chill for a minute. Let's see, change dates for y'all. I'm not gonna do this for the other class. Let's see, that one, 6, 7, 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6, and 6, 7, and we will fix y'all's date to turn in. Go away. Okay. We'll fix y'all's due date. Let's see, today's what? Today's the 9th,
yeah.
11th. And that
So it has to
way,
be- all
y'all
that has to be
can,
done by Wednesday.
y'all can send in questions up till Wednesday. Now, the test, I have y'all due right now on the 10th, which is Tuesday, so I'm going to set it for 16. Okay?
Okay, so all that homework has to be done by Wednesday.
Well, it should have already been done.
I think he said that.
I'm saying like, yeah.
Should have already been done.
And
Oh,
I didn't catch
sorry.
what time the test was.
When did you say the test was?
I always shut my test off at midnight unless it's at the end of the semester. And at the end of the semester, I'll shut it off at like noon time, the day before grade review. All right. Hold on, let me, get the attendance, faculty.
Mr. McClure.
Hubert.
Hubert, we have till the 16th to take this test,
Mhm.
and we can take it on our own time.
Mhm. Why is that such a surprise? How did he do it?
Oh, we had to take it in his class. It
On
wasn't
the
online
computer?
or,
Oh, I thought it was online.
no, he gave us a paper, like hard copy test.
Today's Monday, okay. Miss Black is here, Miss Bozeman was here, Miss Cowart's here, Mr. Gray is here, Miss Grogan is here. I got you, Miss Grogan. Don't switch seats on me again. Miss Holly is here, Miss Jones is here, Miss Keller is here, Mr. Mahaney is not here. Miss Rose is here, Salvatore is here, Skipper is here, Wilson and everybody's here. All right, y'all have a good day. I gotta turn off the good jigger. Woo! And turn this off.